So he's been chasing you for so long, only for you to accept and find out later that there was another lady. Or you've been married for years, only for you to find out that he has kids with another woman. These are problems we encounter every day as human beings, and we react to them differently. Me, the sexy sassy sang, Sangwaki Tete, the lady with the finest legs in the game, will delve into this side chick, main chick, baby mama drama discussion with my three eloquent and confident ladies. Join me right here on the table at Vienna City at Circle in the capital. We'll be right back after the break. Don't go away.
We're looking for you, the next millionaire. We know of your stressful routine. From those 12-hour flights across the Atlantic to your hustle through traffic every day. From burning the midnight oil to that laptop that never sleeps. We know where you are in life, and we know where you want to go. Let us take you there. Thinking investment? Think Dusk Capital. Dusk Capital. We see a millionaire in you.
So if you just joined us, this is G Zone right here on TV Africa. Yes, the long-awaited G Zone. You can watch us on DSTV channel 362 and also on your Go TV channel 175, or you can contact us via our various social media platforms at TV Africa GH. This is Sangwaki Tete. You can tweet at me personally at the Sexy Sassy Sang on Twitter, or on IG, the same Sexy Sassy Sang, or on Facebook at Sangwaki. Now, today, before I delve into the discussions, I would like to say that we are giving a very big thank you to our sponsors, Das Capital Limited, for all your investment solutions. Das Capital says, we see a millionaire in you. Also, 9C Omega-3 Sunflower Oil. That's the healthiest sunflower oil you can get on the market. So for all your cooking needs, all your cooking oil needs, be it restaurants, hotels, and homes, just go to any supermarket or in town and you'll find 9C Omega-3 Sunflower Oil. I can't do this alone, so I'm doing it with my lady, so pretty, and I'll start from my immediate left. Ife Plange. Ife, tell us about yourself.
So my name is Ife Plange. I have a background of media, journalism, advertising, and very recently I found a very keen interest in gender advocacy.
We move straight to Debbie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm blessed, honey.
And you're looking so amazing, as
Thank
usual.
You, thank you.
I'm sure they know your face, but then you have to do a little intro.
Okay, I'm Debbie, Miss Debbie, and then I'm a brand influencer and a business promoter. I do a little bit here and there, and then I'm a radio and television panelist.
All right, so then Miss Debbie, we can't mention your name without the Miss, right?
Hey,
definitely.
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
It's like we are bringing the sea out of the south, kind of thing.
Now we have Tina, the corporate marketing lady, right there, looking amazing. Tina, tell us about yourself.
I'm Ernest Nofori. I'm into marketing, but I'm currently working with Idol Finance. And then we are basically into investments, and we give our loans as well.
So Tina, we are in the same boat, same company, and we are going to enjoy this discussion.
I just can't wait.
If you just joined us, we are looking at the side chick, main chick, baby mama drama, and we are going to begin with the side chick, main chick, baby drama. Yeah, it will come with all its drama later in the discussion. You're going for the wine. All right, thank you very much, dear.
Thank you.
Ladies, let's give a toast to that. I'm just seeing you this new year. This is the first time we are meeting. So happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Long life, more money, more, should I say, fame and power. Who doesn't like
empowerment?
Power? Yeah. Women empowerment.
Totally.
So yes, success. Right there. I'll begin with you, Tina. Since you are coming from the corporate world,
Totally.
have you had such an experience? Side chick, main chick?
Yeah, well, the honest truth is the side chicken business is on. I know people know that, but probably they are just trying to pretend as if it's not happening, but it's really happening. I know most of the side chicks enjoy more with the guys because probably they are traveling around, they are being shopped for, they are having all the attention that they need. So it's really happening.
But do you think that, let me come to you, Debbie. Do you think that this side chick is something people willingly do? Would you just get up and say you are willingly allowing yourself to become a side chick?
For me, if you are not married to someone, I don't classify that person as your boyfriend and he has to be faithful and all of that. No. So if you guys are married and then he goes out, yes, they exist, it happens, but it actually depends on what you are doing in your home as a woman, what the man is doing, and then reasons why he's going out there. So there are so many dimensions into it. As we dig deeper, probably more stuffs are going to come out.
So you, personally, have you ever encountered such a situation where you are the side chick or you are the main chick and then you find that there is someone else?
I am married, so I have always been the main chick. And at the end
Even
of the
before
day,
that,
yes,
even before that, you have always
that's
been
the
the main
point.
chick.
So if that's what I'm saying, as a woman, if you know your values, you would know that, okay, this guy is playing me or something. But even in marriages, yeah, there are ups and downs. It's not smooth. It's never smooth. So once in a while, you encounter such things, but it depends on how you take it as a human being. You can choose to go whatever, you can choose to lay low, it depends on your moment at that time. I see people saying, oh, me, if my boyfriend cheats on me, I'll kill him. And then another person, it is different attitude towards how you
react differently.
Correct, yeah.
Falca, would you like to add to that?
I'm going to Pepe. So, personally for me, I think that you can call me an advocate for side chicks. And I know this is controversial. I'm not an advocate as in, oh, we need more side chicks or we need side chicks. I'm an advocate for side chicks because I feel that a lot of the conversation around side chicks ignores their humanity in one way. That's one thing. Because, and it's always some sort of, some kind of demonization of side chicks. And I am not for that. I want us to discuss it, recognizing their humanity. That's one point. Why do I say this? We live in an environment where men control, that's the culture, where men control the selection process. Meaning, it is men who do the chasing, who do the pursuing, who do the initiation.
Not all the time. I hope you know that.
That's what I'm saying, that's culturally.
So you should say some men, not all
But
the
in
time.
our setting,
No, in our
not
setting,
happening.
it's not happening that way.
Yes,
usually-
In our setting now, there are women who walk up to women and
But I'm
men.
saying now, so then the ideal
happens.
situation.
It's been around for like a long
Can
time.
I learn?
Yeah,
Can I
you
learn?
can.
Okay. So this is where I'm coming from. Culturally, ideally, how are we conditioned? We are conditioned to be the passive members in the selection process. And it is the men who are the active members. They do, that's culturally, that's what I'm saying. Ideally, that
You are
is
empowered.
the
Hold your
construction.
thought.
Don't worry, I'm more empowered than you. I mean, I do the chasing. But I'm just being real here.
Yeah.
So in a culture where that is the dominant narrative, where it is men who are more likely, not that women don't, but it is men who are more likely to do the chasing, the conversation needs to move away from the side chicks to men. Why? If men are doing the majority of the initiation, don't get me wrong, let me land.
No, I'm
Then
okay.
part of the responsibility also has to lie with them. Why do I say this? I have been side chicked before, meaning I wake up one day and I realize I'm actually a side chick and I find out.
You are not alone.
Exactly.
It's happened to me several
I
times.
have been a main chick where I have discovered there's another person. And then there are other instances where I'm not even sure what I am, whether I am. Has it happened to
Me
you?
no side
Yeah.
chick.
Where you're not
Sometimes
even
you
sure
wonder.
Totally.
where you are. You start
Yeah.
calculating and backdating. So the point is, there are a lot of innocent side chicks around. And the innocence here is they don't even know that there's another
Another
woman in the
person.
question. They are not sure. They can't tell whether they're the only ones or there's someone else in there. When the conversation begins to evolve into that aspect, then we can have a holistic conversation around cheating, faithfulness, and side chicks. Once the conversation continues to be centered around side chicks and women and girls who know women are married and they come after women, so no. Some of us are caught off guard all the time, and we need to start recognizing these are the serious cases.
Now that Efe, you've opened up the discussion, and I know she wants to have a rebuttal, but
No,
then
I get where she's
you
coming
get the
from.
angle, because
but at the end of the day, if a guy tells you, yo, I like you, you should have common sense to ask certain questions. Yes, men lie, but there are different things you can go into. Because if you meet a guy and then probably you are on a date, there are days where you go out with a guy and then someone keeps calling that person. Sometimes
but
if the number
Miss Debbie,
is...
do you know that sometimes you would never know?
Yeah,
Some
but
are
I'm
so
saying
good,
that,
but
you know,
in the same way, you see, when you are married,
you know, there are women who
possibilities.
are intelligent and they are not smart, and there are women who are smart yet they are not intelligent.
I would allow
Let me come
Tina
in.
to come in here.
Yeah. In this day and age, you can never be 101% sure.
Never.
People hide their hostility and deception behind a friendly facade. And it's happening. You can be smart.
All the time.
But to me, the only solution is, honey, you can't put all your eggs in one basket. So please have a side guy. If he can have... Totally. If it can have a
Because I
side
know
chick.
that there's
I can
this
have a side
argument
guy.
that the women are those who suffer this, and that the men, you know, as you said, they do the chasing, and so they get two girls at the same time and all that. And now the new trend will be, oh, I want to be with you and blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you follow the person, you monitor the person for years. 1 year, 2 years, you don't find anything. That's why in my intro I said that. Finally, when you say okay, then the conversation starts coming. Oh, then you find out there is something. I'll share a personal experience here. So there was this guy. After that, I'll let you give your reaction. I was dating for a while. In fact, it was through a friend. Like, we are all girlfriends, you know. And then I went to MC a show. So after that, there was this guy who wanted to go out. In fact, he wanted to get married and all that. The friend who introduced me to him was somebody I really trusted, and she's like so good and was sure about the guy. We're dating for a while, only for me to get a call from the UK that, why are you going out with my guy? And blah, 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 blah. And I asked the guy, he actually admitted. It was something I never wanted to talk about. I couldn't tell any of my family, any of my friends. So yeah, I'm saying it on TV for the first time, that this is happening. You meet people, you think they are so cool, you travel with them, you take pictures, it's all over the place. But then, where I agree with you, Miss Debbie, is that there are sometimes red flags. So now if I start dating, I put it on social media, because it's like, I don't want to be on social media. I don't want anybody to see me on social media. I don't like that kind of publicity. And then I find out it was because there was someone else. But at that point, I didn't know I was going in as a side chick. I was a main chick. That was what was in my mind. So I think that negativity where people find out that you are the side chick, the blah, blah, blah.
And I want to
if
touch
you were
on
in my situation, Miss Debbie, what would you have done immediately?
You know, what I'm saying is, from the beginning, you might think that you are the side chicks. As I said, as a woman, you should have control over certain things. Do you get where
But
I'm
when you
coming
are in
from?
love, does it work like that?
That is, you see, it is no. When you are, it is
Provided by
maturity.
everything.
No, it is maturity.
But love doesn't know maturity.
No. That is
Ladies,
the point.
can I come in?
It is
Yeah.
maturity. People fall in love and then they get stupid.
But I wasn't stupid.
No, listen, that's what I'm coming from.
I was thinking that that's a guy that
is the
that
point.
is looking for someone.
Someone just
know,
tells you, I like you, and because you are already probably in that single mood, nobody's giving you the attention you get, and then someone
But isn't my fault? It's natural.
Can I
So you have to
can I
like
come in?
think very deep.
Yeah, let Tina come in. I'll let you in.
And then the person will totally pretend. There are people who actually pretend.
Exactly.
You're talking of the red flags. They are there, but it's not always that you see
You
them.
see, sometimes
so
you don't.
my
You have to
own
be
is
smart.
My own is you use your head, okay?
But
As you are
finger
in there,
down.
don't.
Thank you.
No, excuse me. Like,
Go ahead.
as you are in there,
Yeah.
don't just totally like put your all. You can actually do something about it, but use your head. And sometimes I mean,
So I
You're
disagree a
saying that
little.
we shouldn't trust them so much, and so
you
we shouldn't
are.
stay
I
with
disagree.
one guy.
I disagree.
We can-
You should not.
I disagree. I disagree.
something.
You disagree to what
Miss
Tina is
Debbie,
saying.
Miss Debbie made, and I think even Tina
Yeah.
made a comment about you have to be smart and you have to, and there's intelligence. You see, and this is what people think that strong women, like us
Yeah.
and feminists and whatever, don't get cheated on, don't get lied to, don't get deceived. It's a lie. You see, the only difference is that we are more equipped to handle it differently and to deal with it differently.
But sometimes we
to
cry,
say
we
that,
break
to
down
say
and
that you
cry.
need to be intelligent. Let me land.
We are
But
not
to
saying
say that
you are not going to be lied
you
to.
need to be
That's
intelligent
what we are
about
saying.
it.
You've got
It's
to be
victim
smart about
blaming
that.
because then you're making it look like everybody who ends up being cheated on at some point in time did something wrong.
Exactly.
No, it is never your fault.
No, that's not what we are saying.
Okay,
That's not what we
then
are
you
saying.
can come back to
Finger
clarify.
down.
But
Totally.
secondly,
Finger
I
down.
also do not believe that if you are in a relationship, the person you're with should give you any reason to doubt. Once you find yourself being on edge, then there's something wrong. Then it means you're in the wrong place at the right time, probably. But a relationship that is
Yeah.
mutually given, mutually receiving, where there's trust, where the person hasn't given you any reason to doubt. Yours is to be yourself, enjoy being yourself, loving yourself, and being with the person, and having a life in and even outside of the relationship. When you find out, you see, when I don't understand why I should leave my single life, come and be with someone, and then I'll turn into an FBI and looking for signs and that's too much
snoozing
stress.
around.
If you're in a relationship that you are forced to be that kind of person, then you are in a wrong relationship. I think that we women need to start recognizing this aspect of relationships and valuing ourselves to that point. If anybody you're in a relationship with gives you any reason at all to start doing these things, then you know that it's time to either start asking some real relevant questions, have real relevant conversations with the person.
Being smart about it. We are not saying you're not going to be lied to, right? So everything you've just said right
You
now.
are
so
shooting
goes
yourself
down to
in
it.
the leg.
I just
I'll
don't
take
want
it.
us
You should
in
have a
saying
life
that.
break.
I don't want us to paint the picture that.
No, we are not saying
Yeah,
that.
so I just wanted to clarify that.
Totally.
Not that
Okay,
you
so
don't
we'll
have to
come
be
back
smart,
after this break,
but not to
and
paint
then
the
we'll
picture.
dive
That's
into
why
the
people
issue.
don't
But
get
I'll take
cheated
a
on.
few social media messages here, and it says, okay, this is from Vivian Boabing. She's saying that she's been a side chick before, and you have no idea how it feels like. Also, Elam says that finding out your husband has kids somewhere is something I can never deal with. Well, Elam, I think most people cannot deal with that as well. It's time now for a quick break. We will be back shortly. Do stay with us.
We're looking for you, the next millionaire. We know of your stressful routine. From those 12-hour flights across the Atlantic to your hustle through traffic every day. From burning the midnight oil to that laptop that never sleeps. We know where you are in life, and we know where you want to go. Let us take you there. Thinking investment? Think Dusk Capital. Dusk Capital. We see a millionaire in you.
It's heated in here. If you joined us before the break, you realized that the ladies were on fire. Now, social media messages are coming in. We put it earlier on our handles right on your screen, so you can also send your messages. We'll be reading them later on other episodes to the rest of the world. Our discussion continues. I have Tina here with me. I have Miss Debbie and Ife. Ladies, we ended at the side chick where we had the comments coming in that people can't deal with them. Let me start with you, Miss Debbie. I know I was looking at you, Tina, but I'll go to you, Debbie. Now, how do you handle such a situation? I'll take it from the marriage point of view because you're married. So you find out that your husband, it might not necessarily be you personally, but if you were in such a situation, what would you do? Your husband has a side chick, he doesn't seem to let go of her. How would you handle it? Are you backing out of the relationship, or Is that a cause to divorce? Or you think that you can stay in and handle
any
it
woman
because you're strong?
Who sits down and divorces her husband because he's cheated is a big fool.
But the Bible says that
No,
adultery
listen.
is
You see, the Bible,
a basis for
the
divorce.
same Bible does not like divorce. There are so many things that are
But that's
very
why it
complicated.
gave you a
Only
yeah.
is the only clause
Yes,
in there for
in the
divorce.
Bible. So then
it's
it is
very
the only clause in
It
there.
complicated.
can also be because
Okay.
probably the woman feels she's being disrespected,
If you
which is a no-no in every relationship.
listen. You see, this women disrespect, women empowerment, all that is crap.
that's what you think.
Until women get common sense to know that we were created out of men, and we should have common sense to know that in the Bible we are supposed to be submissive. I'm not saying that.
Debbie, have you always thought? Debbie, have you always thought?
No.
Debbie, have you-
A woman who
Put your hands
divorces
down.
full
No.
to,
Calm down. Listen, can I
a woman
land?
was born
Debbie,
from a
Debbie,
man.
let me ask you this.
conversation
Let me
is like
ask you a
this.
quick question. Have you always thought this way?
No.
Or you started thinking this way after
is
you
not-
got married? Because I realized
No.
that when people get married, they
That is
they
the
change.
point. You
So
know-
if that's
you know,
what
let
you
her
think,
land
that's-
on
You
the
know,
woman who
let me
divorces
let you
from
let me let you understand something. African women have adopted most of the European culture, whereby we feel, oh, we want respect. Women exaggerate a lot. If it comes to respect, okay, people go over the top. There are certain things in a marriage that have gone totally wrong when it comes to women who are growing up in our setting now. You see a marriage whereby I work. I leave my house sometimes at 5. I come home around probably 12:30 because the radio show I'm on closes at 12:30. By 1, I'm home. It doesn't mean, sir, when I'm waking up, I should just leave the house without putting certain things in place. Hold on, I'm getting to a point.
Okay.
On Saturdays, as a wife, I cook. I cook like 5-6 different soups. I put it in the fridge. I don't have a maid. I have 2
So
children.
let me cut you here. Are you saying that people whose husbands are cheating on them, the husbands are doing so because they are not
I
doing
am not
their
giving them a
rights?
reason. So let me end up. Let me finish. At the end of the day, I try as much as possible to meet 80% of my goal in the marriage. I don't know whether you know every marriage have goals.
Yeah, I do.
In the marriage, I am not perfect, so I can never meet that 20%. Now you see a man, he goes to work, he comes back. At the end of the day, his wife also goes. She doesn't come early. There are certain arrangements that has not been made. There's this thing my mother always says: where a man goes to eat, that is where he sleeps. There are days where some women do not put these things in
Rolling
place.
my eyes at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I mean,
at the end of the day, some women do not do these things in their homes.
Should we blame women all the time?
Reasons why I would blame a woman when it comes to her home. At the end of the day, I feel it is not a one-way thing though, it's 2. And then a husband is in charge of a home.
Aren't we
sincerely
giving the
speaking.
men the opportunity?
Somebody, let me come in. Let me come
We are
in.
not giving,
Let
we are not
let
giving the
Tina-
men
I'm not-
opportunities.
I'm not
These are
really- I
truthful
can't believe
facts.
facts.
I'm
Let Tina
like-
come in
I
here
am
because you are
so
speaking
lost.
from the main. You are speaking
think she's
from the
really-
marriage.
Let Tina
point
come
of
in
view.
and then
I'm not
topic, I
speaking
don't
from
know.
a marriage
'Cause I'm
point
not
of view.
getting.
I am speaking from the truth. Things that are supposed
So you
to
are saying
happen.
that's the reality on the ground.
And
These
that
are
is
the
the
things
reality.
that should happen.
Let
But
me.
we
Oh,
think
Samoki, why are you jumping? You are
because
jumping.
Tina had always wanted to comment,
You know
so let me
why?
get her to do that.
You can't say because it is okay for a woman, you're supposed to cook and do all those things.
Yeah.
Fine. But when it comes to respecting your woman, there are some things you just can't do.
Do you expect me to respect you when you don't do your responsibilities?
Who says she's not doing that? There are some people
Most
you do that,
of
but
the
they
time,
don't
that is what I
respect
said.
you.
Okay, this
I
is the
said
time.
because
I know-
Come
I know
in.
a
Most
friend-
come in like
I
a
know-
terrorist here.
No, I know a
So
I think
first
she
of all-
cited an
first of
example.
all,
you know a
Efe,
friend
let
who-
her cite her example.
I
I'm
know
really
a
interested
friend,
in that.
she's very sweet. She does everything. I've been to
Everything.
her home. But the man is simply not.
Oh my God.
Sit
Okay.
down.
Okay.
You understand?
Thank you
He's
very much,
cheating,
Tina.
disrespecting, and doing all
Thank
those
you
things.
very much,
So the fact that so what happened? She's doing all those things. He's doing
And
that.
he's
So
doing that.
So in that case,
Okay,
if it were you, would you step out? Would you walk out of the marriage?
Well, for me,
Can you
honestly,
take that?
Honestly, like I always say, I can take everything from you, but disrespect is one thing I can't handle.
can't take.
Because some people take it to the higher.
Even when you are head over heels in love
I
with
don't
a
care,
guy,
forget
he's
love.
your perfect guy. He has everything
is
that
boiling.
you want, the
Forget
money
love.
and all that. Ife's heart is boiling.
chest
So
is boiling.
she's there.
First
She
of
wants to
all-
pepper them.
first
So
of
give
all,
it to them.
I'm going to direct this to Miss Debbie. If feminists, radical feminists like I am, that I have accepted, I don't think I'm radical, but I've accepted the title anyways. If we are not allowed to disrespect women, other women for the choices they make, say women who are not ambitious, who are not career driven, we are not allowed to. It's not ethical for us to deride them and mock them for the choices they've made. Then you cannot sit here and say women who make that conscious decision to divorce a man because he cheated on her is a fool. Please apologize and then I can continue my next point. It's not ethical to call women who make these choices.
Do you know her
very
problem?
rational? No. If I'm not allowed, it's harsh. Because if I say here and I say
from a
women,
feminist point of view.
let's be fair here.
Personally, I won't bother to even retract it because these are reasons why we are having so many divorces and things are going wrong in Africa.
No, Samaki, I don't care about your crusade, but the point is, let's respect people for the choices that they make. You cannot sit on TV and insult women who make choices.
It's going to be on a halt for a very long time.
No, Samaki. Okay, then if she's not going to disrespect people you've seen her, let me continue. Okay.
Let me continue.
Because I know what we face on Facebook.
Wrongly.
No,
that is social media. That is Facebook. You are advising women wrongly. Were people finishing when you were going on?
Okay.
You are some of the reasons why women do not respect in their homes and they are divorcing up and down, left, right, center. They don't even have common sense to know that they're supposed to take care of their homes.
Then probably also going to say they are part of the reason why men don't see them.
No, I am a woman. For me to say such a thing.
I think you are in charge of this show. You really need to
in the relationship.
I am just
You are in
enjoying
charge,
the
you
various.
need to.
Women are like 80%
I didn't finish my point here.
Women are 80% of problems.
I didn't even finish my point here.
You want
I didn't even finish. See, the fact that you're married doesn't even give you a hold on these issues. So I'm even going to let that slide. I'm a Christian, so maybe we can. I mean, and Ghanaian is predominantly Christian, so maybe even the Bible says, on the basis of infidelity, what is the point of marriage? What is the point and fact of marriage if not faithfulness and fidelity? What is the point?
Maybe
Especially in 2018, especially in this current era, why would I say, okay, I want to just stay with you and be faithful with you? Because now when we give excuses like this, we're even ignoring the realistic statistical consequences of cheating in a committed relationship, where one person is committed and the other isn't. We are even failing to recognize what that represents.
But is it not a man's world like you said?
I don't
It's
believe that bullshit. Sorry for my language. It is not a man's world. We allow it. We give permission
Can we
for
ever
it to
get
be
there?
a man's
Can
world.
we ever
See,
get
sweetheart, you enable, you allow what to want to happen to you.
Totally.
When a woman makes that decision, I stand before God, a man, and I make a vow. If you're not happy in your marriage, if you're not happy in your relationship, you communicate. You don't first go cheat before you come and have that conversation. That is disrespect. Then you didn't go through proper marriage counseling. If I'm not happy with you, I lie on the same bed with you. We share everything
it's not
together.
always so some
I
lie in
cannot
different rooms.
No,
Exactly.
well, that's their own issue. I don't know why I should be married and be sleeping in different rooms.
Maybe
But
you like
the point is, I share an apartment with my big sister. There's some things that are just common sense. Communication. If my sister doesn't tell me, I will not know. It's not every day that I will realize something, that I've done something that is offensive, that hurt her, or that I was supposed. It's not always. And when you live together with a person, you work together in unison with one goal. If I am not happy with something, I communicate it. I don't go and act outside the confines of the jurisdiction of marriage. I don't even know why a Christian woman will sit on air and be normalizing cheating for married people.
Totally.
She said, those of you who are even sleeping there, you have
problem is.
No, you don't know my problem yet. You don't know your problem. It happens, but women have the right to make the decision to leave or not.
That is what
Sweetie,
I'm
it's
saying.
your life.
It's not a good reason.
So don't
because
insult.
all men are the same. If you leave me because
I think even as a feminist, I think I'm more hopeful in men. even as a feminist, I think I'm more hopeful in men because I want to believe. No,
and then you're going to
I don't believe all men cheat. Sweetie, then you haven't dated the best of men. But you've lost hope in humanity. See, you've lost hope in humanity. But no, you've lost hope in humanity. You've lost the possibility. You've lost hope in the possibility of there ever being a better crop of men in our environment. And this is why we exist. We are raising the standards everywhere. There are good men, sweetheart. You see, last week I met a group of young 22-year-olds Legon. I went for a show on the Legon campus, their radio show. Their radio station, sorry. And after the show, we're having conversations. Even at the age of 22, these young girls have convinced themselves that women are more than men. There's no more. So no matter how toxic this relationship is, I must stay in, and that is deadly and toxic. I will not sit on TV and in the name of Christianity and submission, allow women to stay in toxic relationships.
I want to ask this very important pressing question. Are you saying that if I'm in a marriage and it's not good and I go out, I'm not going to meet anybody else because I have people who've been married and right to another marriage.
I will not come for marriage counseling from this woman.
We take a quick break on this note. When we come back, I'm sure tempers will go down here, and then we can get into the other issues that we are here to discuss. I think the side chick, main chick is going somewhere else. We'll come back with the baby mama drama right after the break. We say thank you to Das Capital and also to Nicey Omega-3 sunflower oils.
No.
We'll be back after the break. Don't go away.
We're looking for you, the next millionaire. We know of your stressful routine. From those 12-hour flights across the Atlantic to your hustle through traffic every day. From burning the midnight oil to that laptop that never sleeps. We know where you are in life, and we know where you want to go. Let us take you there. Thinking investment? Think Dusk Capital. Dusk Capital. We see a millionaire in you.
It's so hot in here. Thanks for staying with us right here on TV Africa G Zone. And I think, ladies, isn't it time to take some cool water too?
It sure is.
We need it, honey. We need to cool down.
To calm our nerves down. But we still enjoy the fire. Now, since we are wrapping up on this side chick, main chick business, I would like to bring in this. When we heard, okay, that this Bella had said something about Yvonne being the side chick, and then she hits very hard at her that she is also a side chick and all that. The internet went gaga. Yeah. It was all over the place. People were making fun of her, that's Bella, and all. What do you think about it? Is it something that we should be interested in? Because as we began saying, it's as if we are hypocritical about the issue. I'll start with you, Tina.
Yeah, well, they are stars, Ghana stars. So it's obvious we should be concerned about, like, we are interested in who they date, what they are doing and all that. So there's nothing really strange about that. But when it comes to side checking, whether Yvonne or Bella that is their personal decision. So who cares anyway?
But the people showed they cared. they really cared. That's why they were all over the internet for that.
In the first place, I see them as public figures.
Yeah.
Now, if you know you have cola in your mouth, you know they tell another person, say themselves, get cola for mouth. For life. If you know where for, you not tell another person, say you know where, because you know your situation. You for look balance before you open your mouth to talk. And me personally, I don't give anything about the two of them because they don't put food on my table. But these are women out there. Women, we the same way. When I tell them, I say women get problems, I don't understand. Women are problems. We these same women sit down, say that they all have followers, I don't even know who they are inspiring, what they are inspiring. Then you see some girls will be following them. See example. Is that one to an example for somebody as a public figure to bring out? I beg, move more, carry on now. Now disgracing matter. If I want to dive into that matter, we go trend for 1 year for this program.
Efe, on that note, Efe.
Okay, so I like to, when it comes to issues like this, I always like to go structural, and I like to go a bit academic. So I won't, on the face value here, talk about whether it's ethical, whether they are acceptable role models, whether we deserve to talk about them. They are grown women, intelligent, beautiful women. I've worked with Yvonne Nelson before on a set. I saw a different side of her. And this is why me, personally, I always want to get to know people first before I even make my decision. So in this discussion, I don't think I even want to comment. They're both grown up women.
I'm concentrating more on not the people and what they've done, but how people reacted to the news. Because as she said, it's something that it's common. So why
if you realize social media has sort of, side chicks have always existed. We lived in a culturally polygamous society. So the concept of men having multiple spouses or partners, sexual partners, is not new. Then we adopted Christian values and said, okay, now by law we are sticking to just one person. Now, but the concept of married men going outside the confines, and not just married men, women are doing it now too. So let's also talk about that. The fact that the issue of people going outside their marriage,
are you not diving away from the fact that
it's not new?
This particular question is being asked about two people who are out there on social media.
It's not
new.
Who
are celebrities who people look up to. Are you guys understanding where the whole thing is coming from?
So this is why I come in. I think that when you Sangmoki, I like you, I admire you, I follow you, we have discussions.
Thank you.
I don't know every aspect of your life, and I will not come and lay claims on every aspect of your life and come in my own home be claiming disappointment in another aspect of your life.
Okay. That is why you go out there and talk about the person, because she went out there and
she was reviewing entertainment headlines in 2017.
So you
they
weren't
gossiping.
When you are reviewing, you don't review what's in they worry you too.
No, but Efe, so you're saying that it's okay.
I don't think Samoki, I'm being allowed to even express my views.
Talking at a point
I didn't. Let her land, because I really want to know her view on this.
When you were speaking your pidgin, we shut up and listened to you.
No, you were surprised, probably.
Surprised that you were speaking pidgin.
If you can
shut down, I don't get it.
Okay, so I'm saying that I think that we always like to force our own projections on public figures. They come on TV, they do what they've been trained to do. That is an aspect of them. If I am a mom, I have younger ones, I will see the aspect of Yvonne Nelson, the aspect of Belamundi, the aspect of Sangmoki. I want my children to learn. They are not responsible for raising my children. I am responsible for raising my children. I censor what they get to watch, what they get to see, and what they get to consume. So the aspect of their private life is really none of my business. Is Bella a good host? Absolutely fantastic. Is her new show, Jeje? What were they doing? They were reviewing headlines that made entertainment news in 2017. Did she have a right to talk about a news that surfaced, which was Yvonne Nelson having a baby with a man she wasn't married to? That was the order of the day. Whether or not Bella is indeed sleeping with someone's husband, I can't tell. I don't know, and I really do not care. Whether or not Yvonne Nelson is doing that, I don't care. I admire a lot of things about Yvonne Nelson, and I do same about Belamundi. I do not have jurisdiction over other aspects of their life to even come and lay claims to it. The same way I do not want people come and snooping in what I do in my private life. If you like Efe, you come on Facebook, you love my mind, you love my assertiveness, you love my views, perfect. You cannot, by your own projection, come and dictate to me how I live my personal life.
So hey, if it says stay away from their private life,
but you should
don't force mentorship on people down people's throats. You cannot come and force mentorship down people's throats. They don't owe you anything
about it. And when she tweeted about it, that was why it went viral.
I'm sure your comments will also go viral. So on this note, I would like to say a very big thank you to our sponsors, Cool Water, for quenching our thirst when we were actually on fire. You can get cool water all over the place. We also want to say a very big thank you to Dusk Capital Limited. They are the niece to your financial worries. They say they see a millionaire in you, and since I'm associated with them now, I'll say that's Capital Limited. We see a millionaire in you. And also to Nicey Omega-3 Sunflower Oil for all your cooking oil needs. It's the healthiest cooking oil on the market currently. Trust me. Before I go, I would like to take a few social media messages, and on my personal page I can see Mami Brony put a teddy bear there, cross the leg and saying Madakra. Wadakra, just said yeah, now we also have a message from Hakim. That's a guy, he's interested in this. He says that, well, side chick, main chick, the men are not going to leave the side chicks alone. If we like, we should enter the sea. Okay, I ran enter Makola. Now, I would like to say a very big thank you to my ladies here. Give me a high five. That's Tina, that's from Ideal Finance. She's a marketer there. Also to Miss Debbie. She likes to keep her name simple, Miss Debbie. From you're a business promoter, thank you so much for making time with us. And also to Efe Planche. She says I can't introduce her without the Planche. Her dad is watching. So Efe Planche, thanks so much for coming here. Your views are most important to us. This has been the G Zone. Every Wednesday, 7:30. You need nobody to tell you to tune in to TV Africa on your DSTV channel 362, also on GoTV channel 175. Keep the comments coming in, keep the conversation live, ongoing, and we'll do as much as possible to stream live as well so that you can watch us and send your comments. If you also want to be a guest on this show, who knows, send me an inbox, a DM on my Instagram page, Sexy Sassy Sang. That's it, is a wrap. And if you're a side chick, well, you decide whether you want to remain there or not. Have a blessed evening. I love you. Mwah. Bye.